Hello, hello, hello. This is AJ Barrios, and now we're going over the second lesson for your private detective certification in the state of Georgia. Right now, we'll be going over history of law enforcement and private investigation. The terminal objective is to get at the end of this portion of the class, you'll need to get an 80 to go in and go to the third section. Generally, if it's here in the classroom, I'll go ahead and start telling people, hey, what's this? Start asking questions, let the students answer. But since it's online, you just have to take a written test. Now, the enabling objectives is cover the history of law enforcement in the U.S., cover private investigation and the history of Pinkerton Detective Agency, and crime and physical security. Okay, the introduction to this course. The study of investigation involves probing several different fields at once, and therefore a difficult task about which to write about. For example, it's important for a PI to understand basic techniques of collection and preservation of evidence, but to do so, a fundamental understanding of private investigation and forensic science is required. In addition to technical competence, modern investigators must be well versed in the law. Legal skills include a working knowledge of criminal law, constitutional law, and rules of evidence. Now, when it comes to us here in the United States, our law enforcement and our real heritage comes from the old English way of doing things. So during the European Industrial Revolution, crime waves that became from the population boom in the cities forced law enforcement to take drastic measures. From this, people were hired, and they were hiring just anybody, but they'll hire people that had certain skills. In one case, you heard about it takes a thief to catch a thief. So they hired hirelings for this. And again, a hireling basically is a thief that is working for a company to catch other thieves. So they're thief catchers. And two different types for the hirelings and the social climbers. Now, hirelings are just like getting some dude off the street. Let's say you knew this guy's a thief. You can tell he's shady or not, and they hire him so he can do his job. Other ones are social climbers, which means people, they had. You've ever heard there's no honor among thieves? So what they would do is set their friends up for failing and say, "Oh, look, it's so and so," and then they'll take over his business, and basically it would lessen the amount of criminals by making sure there's only one criminal eventually. So yeah, kind of shady. This is an example of a hireling and social climber, Jonathan Wild. You may have heard his name in passing. This man, as I said, hireling, that he was hired to catch thieves. This is the man who coined the phrase, "It takes a thief to catch a thief." He was born in, I would say UK, but in England back in 1682 and died on May 24th, 1725. This guy was a master thief, master extortionist, highwayman. He would organize criminals. He would have his whole criminal syndicate together, and if something happened, he would work with the authorities like, "Oh, it was Joe, it was Smith." And this guy is a professional dirtbag, or was a professional dirtbag, I should say.